I once had a friend whom the only thing that connected us was our bad taste in men, so bad experiences when it comes to men, and that is all we talked about basically. Outside of that, when we're not talking about men, we are on our phones. Like, there's nothing else we can say to one another. Let's be honest, making and maintaining adult friendships is super hard. I've recently been watching the Sweet Magnolias, and the kind of friendship, how they find time to have margarita nights amidst their relationship problems, amidst careers and children and community. They just find time to reconnect and be there for one another. And trust me, that is heavenly made. Friendship is difficult, period. Growing up, I've had two friends, and they were both younger than me, like half my age. I was in grade 4 and they were in kindergarten. And the only friend that I've had who was the same age as me, we were constantly fighting. So we would be friends for 5 minutes, and the next minute we are throwing mangoes at each other. You know how men become enemies first, then become best of friends? No. That doesn't happen with us ladies. Once we are enemies, I think we are enemies because we never got to be friends. We tried to reconnect after we were grown, but it was weird. She was a different person, and I was this different person, and there was just no common ground that could make us friends. Growing up, I used to fit in between the cracks, change my personality to meet the expectation of that group of friends. I think that's why I was friends with the kindergartners, because who becomes friends with kindergartners? I'm 10 and they're 5. We don't have anything in common. I used to just change myself and let people see me as their friend. I've done that my entire life, and up to now, I don't even know how to be someone's friend. I've recently reconnected with this person. We were working in the same building, and we were just talking, not really friends. So I started a YouTube channel, and she started a YouTube channel. By the way, her name is Being Bella Machis. I'm going to be linking it in my description. Let's get her to 1,000 subscribers. Anyways, so what reconnected us is this YouTube. She was like, why don't you come? We shoot content together. And I finally agreed. I went to her house and shot a tour of her house, and she welcomed me, and it was different. For the first time, I did not feel like changing to fit in. I was just myself. Even though I found friendship difficult to get and to maintain, there have been people who have been in long-term, supportive, and fulfilling friendships. Even though there are millions of challenges that comes with adult friendships in general. So one major challenge is divergence. People change, values change, priorities, beliefs, needs, and life in general changes. So everybody goes their own way after we basically reach 18. And when you meet this person, you try to rekindle this friendship, but you find out that there is no reason to even stay in touch. This is a whole lot different person. She has all this other life, and you have this other life, and there's nothing in common between the two of you. And before you know it, the friendship fizzles out, the communication dies, and you barely talk for months and years. For instance, when I was about 12, 13, I became friends with this girl. They moved to my village, and then they moved away after 1 year. It was a short-lived friendship, but we were friends, like best friends. Recently, when her grandmother died, may her soul rest in peace, we started talking, and I found out that there was literally nothing to talk about. Like, she was married, she was pregnant, and she was in another city, and I was depressed and trying to find myself, and it just didn't feel right. There was nothing to talk about. All we talked about was, do you remember the past? And the relationship died out so quickly. And these days we are just stuck to, hey, how are you? Long time. Hey, how are you? Long time. Because she has this other life and I have this other life. And I don't think I have a space in her life. I don't think we can be friends, even though we were friends growing up. I don't think we can be friends now. And it is what it is. But that is just the truth of female friendships or friendships in general. So you just can't help it. People change, and you just have to find people who are on the same page or in terms of values and where you are, basically. That brings me to my other point, which is situational friendships, which is basically sameness. There are these things that connect us, these things that we are in together, sports or yoga, for instance. We're both into clubbing. Those are the things that makes us friends. But outside of that, I don't think that there is any real friendship. For example, I once had a friend whom the only thing that connected us was our bad taste in men, bad experiences when it comes to men, and that is all we talked about, basically. Outside of that, when we're not talking about men, we are on our phones. There's nothing else we can say to one another. We weren't really friends. Those are situational friendships. We think we were friends with them because we are colleagues. You think the fact that you go out every day to check out new restaurants or clubbing, you think you are friends, but you are not really friends with this person. And once you decide to take another path in life, you find that you cannot bring them along, because that is the only thing, the thing that you had in common with them, that is the only thing that connected you. I think this often happens because we confuse acquaintances with true friends. Acquaintances. Oh God, that word is so difficult for my mouth to pronounce. So we confuse colleagues, workout partners, party friends with true friends. And they're not actually your friends. That you're just connected by this one thing, that if you decide to quit yoga or quit workout, then the yoga goes with the friend. I remember I used to have this friend. Well, I thought we were friends, but we were basically workout partners. So we're working out the same lower body, and the workout trainer just decided, you know what, because you're working out the same, why don't you two always work out together? You can give each other the motivation to work out, and you can give him the opportunity to kill two birds with one stone. So we started working out together, and eventually we started going home together, and I took her number and we started talking, and it hit me that this is not my friend. Outside of working out, we are not friends. There's nothing in common between us. So for instance, I started doing drop shipping, and she has 100,000 plus followers on TikTok. I was selling this product, and I reached out to her. I thought she was my friend, so I reached out to her and I tell her, I'm starting this business. Could you maybe sponsor one of my products? I'm giving you the product, so if you just talk about it in your TikTok. And then she charges me this ridiculous amount. I thought we were friends. I thought I could get a great deal with you. And after that, our friendship just died out. That was the friend that I thought was my true friend, but was my acquaintance. She was my workout partner. That was it. Another challenge with present day friendships is the lack of reciprocity. Most friendships are like one-sided. You feel like you're doing this, you want the friendship to work, but the other person just doesn't see you that way. And that's just how it is. But most of the time we don't even see this. We put so much effort and we think of them as our friends, and we don't see all this. We are the only ones making the effort. You're the only one who is suggesting meet up or reaching out first or talking to them. It always takes so long for us to realize that this is a one-sided friendship. I'm not the heroine here. I have done that. I've literally done that to someone. So when I started working, when I finished uni and I started working, there was this girl who was frequently coming, and frequently when she had something, she carried lunch from home, she would come and share with me, or all these things that true friends do. But I didn't really see it. I didn't really think of her that way. And that is so common in present day. We should have a superpower of identifying such kind of friends, because I have changed. By the way. If I see you're making an effort, I'm going to put the effort back. The friends that I'm currently making, Like they are making the effort of reaching out, they're texting me, they're the first people to watch, like, and comment on my videos. And I do the same for being Bella Machi. I make sure I watch her entire video. We're trying to get her to 4,000 watch hours, so I watch every video that she posts from the beginning to the end, and anything to support her, because I've had my fair share of losing good people because I did not see the effort that they were making into trying to be my friend. But overall, friendships are difficult, and I'm not just talking about female friendships, I'm talking about adult friendships in general. You have to put in lots of effort, you have to put in lots of work. But the problem with today's world is we have so many expectations about what an ultimate friend should look like. If you don't meet their expectations, if you don't come along with them on their excursions, which may not even be your thing, then you are a fake friend. There is this whole perception of fake friends everywhere that don't even make sense. Friendship should be about reciprocating and understanding another person, taking them for who they are. If you're not being taken for who you are, then it's time to drop that friend. And I've learned the hard way that you should not have to change yourself for anybody. And I'm not just talking about friendships, I'm also talking about relationships. The moment you decide to give them this version of you that so that they like you, the moment you decide to be yourself, then they drop you like bam, because you are fake, or you are fake, or now you are not as fun anymore. So it's important to be yourself. And if you have to be with no friends, then be with no friends. But don't ever just sweeten the crack like I did my whole life. It's like cost me, and by the time I was 25, I literally had no friends, zero friends. Thank you for watching this video to the end. Please do remember to subscribe. Bye.